G'day. Keithy here, thanks for joining me. Got my water today, no coffee, no bourbon. We're sort of right in that period between all of those kind of beverages at the moment. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate every one of you guys for coming in and watching all of my videos. Now it has been, you might have noticed, I don't know whether you have, but it's been a few weeks since I last put a video up for you guys. Why is that? Well, there's a couple of really valid reasons. One of them being that the program that I use to edit all of my videos has been playing up pretty bad, not just for me, but actually worldwide. There's a lot of people that are not happy with Adobe right now, and I am one of them. So hopefully this video gets to you on the 1st of December at the usual time of 6 AM. Fingers crossed that all works, and if that's the case, then you'll get to see what we're here to talk about. So this is a 2-year anniversary since my brain tumour was removed. So I thought I'd give you a 2-year update. What's happened, where have I been, how's it going, what's the future look like, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to give you the best information that I possibly can, which will be very informative for those who maybe are going through something similar to what I've got, or maybe they have family, friends, or maybe just mates of mine who have been watching my videos for years and years and wanted a bit of an update on how that's all going. So grab yourself a drink, guys, coffee, beer, water, whatever it might be. Let's get into it. Well, we couldn't go without checking this out.
You're staring at the tires now. Great Keithy here. Great Keithy here. Great Keithy here.
You know what? I wish I had something that could keep my beer nice and cool. Whoa, check that bad boy out. It's a chilling with Keithy stubby cooler. Well, I'll be buggered. But you know what? This is more than just a stubby cooler. Because if you don't like beer, you can put your water or your coffee or something else in there. How's that? Oh, wowee, I'm impressed. And if you're impressed as well and you want one of the chilling with Keithy stubby coolers, for 20 Australian dollars, that includes postage, I'll send you one of these bad boys to your door. I'll give you the details down below. $20, including the cost of getting it down to you, or up if you're up north of me. Chilling with Keithy stubby cooler coming your way. There's the link right there. Woohoo! Alrighty, so you wouldn't know. If the sun's going down, it's a very overcast day. It's been a few overcast days up in North Queensland lately, and I tell you what, the humidity's coming. So tomorrow being December 1st is the beginning of summer, and it certainly feels like it up in North Queensland at the moment. Youch. That aside, guys, first thing I want to do is apologise for the length of time in between videos. I've got a few things that I want to show to you guys, but I've been having problems with the video editing. It's not just me being a bit special, it's a worldwide issue with Adobe, the program that I use to edit all of my videos. And long and short of it, if you watched the last video that I did, which was about the air suspension on the Range Rover, you would have noticed that I had to cut some things out that I wanted to keep in there. I had to do some really dodgy stuff in order to get that video out. Well, this video, hopefully, I don't have to do that. I'm only recording from one camera, one microphone, and there's not really a lot of other stuff going on. So fingers crossed it's not too complex and I can get it out without a hassle for you guys for the 1st of December. So what are we here to talk about? Well, this right here. If you haven't been watching my videos for all that long, or perhaps you didn't see the videos that I did 2 years ago on the brain tumour that I had in my head, then this is going to be news to you guys. Long-term subscribers of my channel will know exactly what I'm talking about here. So I'll give you a little bit of a history lesson, and then we'll get into what the future holds. So back in November 2021, so 2 years and 1 month roughly ago, I got knocked off by a brain tumour, an astrocytoma it is. It's a glioma. The long and short, a glioma, so you might remember Johnny Ruffo, who's just very recently passed away, very sadly, bless him. I watched him from when he first got onto the talent show back, oh God, that would have to be 15 or 20 years ago now. So yeah, he's not long passed away, unfortunately, and he had a glioma as a brain tumour, but his type of glioma was different to mine. Mine is an astrocytoma. His glioma was located sort of up in the front of his head, whereas mine is in the left temporal lobe, so it's in the back of my head. And in November of 2021, it appeared. It showed its face. I'll show you an image now. So that's a surgical image that you're seeing there. So that is from the first MRI scan that I had before the brain tumour was removed. It'll have the date on it too, if you can see that there. And you can also probably see the size of that. I've got an example here actually that's pretty handy. So that there was the size of the brain tumour in my head. It's pretty big if you combine the two of them together. That is what my brain tumour was. So on the 1st of December, which is why I'm showing you this video on the 1st of December, in 2021, I had surgery. It was a very long surgery to remove that brain tumour. Now they only got about 90% of that brain tumour out. So since the 1st of December up until about mid this year, 2023, I went through a series of treatments after the surgery because my glioma, my brain tumour, was a grade 3. Now brain tumours are graded from 1 through to 4. 1 is very mild and 4 is very severe. So mine is a grade 3 brain tumour. And because of that, I had radiation and chemotherapy. I did the radiation for 6 weeks straight. So that is where you go under the machine, you wear the super mask of destiny. I'll show you a photo of that one there as well. And they basically, it's targeted for where the brain tumour was, and it provides a radiation source which destroys it. And then the chemo also does the same thing. So that's a treatment designed to reduce the brain tumour. So I did that up until about mid 2023, and then now I've had approximately, let's say 6 months, might be 7 months here or there, you know, give or take, that I've been off treatment. You might have noticed in my videos from say April or May, slowly, progressively getting better because my system was clearing itself of the chemo treatment. So that's been really good for me. It's been very positive. And when I got off chemo, I had a MRI scan to decide, or not to decide, to see what was left of the brain tumour at the end of my chemo treatment, and it was really positive. There were no signs, maybe tiny little signs of it, but there was a lot of stuff they couldn't see there because when you have radiation, it just basically blurs everything that they can see inside your head, so they can't really say what is going on in there. And then we come to October 2023, so only now 2 months ago. I had an MRI scan again, so I get MRI scans every 4 months. So that's, it's every 3 months, give or take. I get 3 or 4 MRI scans per year, so it's a lot of MRI scans of the head to just keep an eye on it basically, because it was such an aggressive type of brain tumour. And I am actually I feel quite fit and healthy at the moment, but I'm sad to say that the brain tumour is returning. So yeah, having only been about 6 months off the treatment, to have the brain tumour returning is not a positive thing. It's very disappointing because I was actually getting ready to start flying back to work, get right into the fly in, fly out, do some more trips and get a business of mine, an adventure that I really want to do up and running, which unfortunately I haven't been able to do because of this. And now that's obviously put those kind of things on hold again. So not back into the mines just yet because brain tumour treatment. So this is round 2 of the brain tumour treatment. What happens now? Because I've already had surgery, they cannot go in and remove the brain tumour again. Surgery is a one-time only option, as is radiation. So now I am not eligible for surgery or radiation. I can't do that again. Wipe that off the card. What does that mean? That means one of 2 things. One of them is get on the chemo again and try and knock it out that way. To my knowledge, that's been told that it's a 30% success rate from that. The other option is, because of the type of brain tumour that I've got, it's a fortunate thing for me that I'm eligible, potentially, they still have to do some testing as yet, for a clinical trial. And a clinical trial is basically very similar to chemo, but it's targeted directly at the type of brain tumour that I've got. So in a sense, I'm kind of lucky with the type of brain tumour that I have. They've got to do some more testing yet before I can find out the full extent and what's going to happen to me over time. So now we're at December. Obviously, the brain tumour showed itself as coming back at the start of October. It probably started coming back as soon as I got off the chemo earlier this year, but it's visible, I should say, on an MRI scan now. So that's not a positive thing. What I want to do and why I'm telling you all of this stuff in the video is for many reasons. One is, if you are going through something like this for yourself, if you've got a brain tumour and you want to know what life is like after surgery, after treatment and all of that kind of stuff, if you have a family member going through it, if you're an employer, or if you're just wondering what it's all about, then I think that it's very beneficial to have someone talk about it and show you through what's going on. If you've watched my videos for some time, I'll put a couple of links up here now. You can go and have a look through some of the videos that I did when I got out of hospital. I think I was still in hospital, and I actually recorded one video after my treatment. It was quite intense to see the surgical scar and stuff like that in that video. So if you don't like seeing things like that, if your tummy's a little bit weak, then don't look at that. But the difference between then and now, and the improvement that I've had since that time, I had to go and have speech lessons again because I had a lot of difficulty finding words, remembering names and places and things like that. The stuff that you kind of don't see on my YouTube videos. I was very affected by a lot of things. So, for example, if you've been watching my videos for quite some time, you'll notice that a lot of the time I had a notepad down here. So if I forgot what I was talking about, I could just sort of quickly glance over and look at some notes that I'd written down prior to recording the video, which was very important for me coming out of that, because a big part of me, I guess, is doing these YouTube videos on the Range Rover or the mining stuff, or all kinds of different things. And I love doing that kind of stuff. It keeps me moving. Look, it doesn't pay the bills. I'm not going to lie. If you want to get into YouTube, and I've got close to 5,000 subscribers now, it's not going to pay the bills at 5,000 subscribers. So don't think that I'm sitting here as a millionaire getting revenue from YouTube, because that's not the case. And that's not the reason that I'm doing it either. I love doing these videos. It is something for me to do, and it's been very, very beneficial for me to have something to do in the last 2 years to keep me going, keep me active, keep me thinking, and just to generally catch up with you guys, because I've had a lot of things to share with you. And for the best part of 2023, I've put up a weekly video for you guys to see, and I like to believe that they're halfway interesting. You might not think the same thing, and that's all right, that's fair enough. You don't have to watch them if you don't want to. But where to from here? So the treatment coming up from, I don't even know the treatment. So I've got to go in and have samples of this brain tumour taken out. So don't get that confused with surgery. Yes, they are going in to take samples of this brain tumour, but they are not performing surgery, and they cannot perform surgery. All they're doing is taking samples. They're going to send this down south to the clinics that want to do the trials, the clinical trials, with the type of brain tumour that I've got, and that's the only reason that they're going in. So I'm due for surgery, and to be honest with you, I've been mucked around 3 times thus far in the last 2 months for surgery. I had 2 appointments where I basically sat in hospital in the dress, and they just said, "No, sorry, but go home. We can't do you now." They give me a date this week, which was actually, believe it or not, today, and I got a call a couple of days ago saying, "No, come back another time." And now there's quite a complex thing going on. And I'm not going to dive into the full details of that, because a lot of this stuff is very personal, but I just wanted to get a lot of it out to you guys as well, so that you could see where I'm at, what's happening with me, and maybe possibly show a little bit about what's going on for me. So there might be times where I can't get videos out weekly, and that's going to be in the near future, because what I've got going on right now, even for me, with all the paperwork and the meetings and appointments and I've spent more time at the hospital up here than I care to mention, trying to get all of this stuff together. It's very confusing. Even trying to talk to my daughter about it is very, very difficult because I've been essentially on this hold pattern for some time now. Do you have an appointment? Do you not? It's just a roll of the dice, you know. So at the moment, it's a very confusing situation that I'm in. I've got a lot of good people and friends and family around me at the moment, which is really, really helpful to make sure that everything is going smoothly. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. I know, I understand that the brain tumour coming back is not a good thing, but there are treatments out there. It could possibly come back again in the future after this treatment. Who knows? Nobody knows. But great advice for anybody who's going through brain tumour treatment or has just found out that they've got a brain tumour right now is to keep your positivity about you. I think, personally, the worst thing that you can do when you're at the beginning or even going through a brain tumour treatment is to wear yourself down and wear yourself out, constantly being upset and beating yourself up over it, because there's nothing at the end of the day that you could do to have changed what's happened. Brain tumours are very, very bad, rough, and there's a lot of hard ones. Like a lot of the time I consider myself quite lucky. There's a lot more symptoms and conditions and things out there that are worse or certainly less, not enjoyable, that are more painful to go through, you know, than just a simple brain tumour treatment. So I like to live by the whole, there's always someone in a worse condition. And it's unfortunate, you know, you feel really sorry to see people who are really sick and in a bad way, you know. So for every day that I'm kicking and breathing, I'm very thankful. For every day that I can knock up a video for you guys and get a thumbs up and say g'day and just the chats that I have with a lot of you guys, I'm really thankful for that too. It keeps me busy. It gives me something to do during the week. And if you're going through something like this as well, then it's a very good idea to find something to pass your time. Even if it is playing card games or something like that, just to keep you going. Because if you sit there still and stagnant, you're going to worry yourself to death. And the last thing you need is that. You want to keep positive. You want to surround yourself with positive people, as I do. Get rid of the negativity in your life. Angry exes who like to keep blaming you for their life problems, for example, don't worry about them. Let them sort their stuff out. If you're not the problem, you're not the problem. And they can blame you for everything they want to blame you for. You've got to live. I've got to live as well. And I'm going to continue to try and get these videos out for you guys as well. I've got a few things that I'd like to knock up. Time for me is very difficult at the moment. I have a lot of appointments. I've sat around all day expecting a phone call today, which I didn't get, which sort of held me up from being able to record this video for you guys. So there are a lot of things you have to be very patient and accepting and willing. Listen and ask for help. There's a lot of big things that will make life a lot easier for you if you're going through something like this. If you have a friend or family going through this as well, the best thing you can do is remain positive. Don't remind them of what they've got going on, because the last thing I like hearing is someone say, oh, you got a brain tumour, do you, Keithy? No shit. So positivity, surrounded by good people, in a great environment, get out and exercise if you can. I like to take Radar for a walk as often as I can. I'll take him down to the beach, up the hill, even just for a drive if I'm feeling crook. Don't discount the fact that you are sick as well. Now, a lot of the times, if you go back to any of the videos that I did between 2021, 2022 and now, so I should say the start of 2022 and now, and see the progression in the videos. So most of those videos I tried to get out weekly, but what I did was, when I was good, is when I did things like the videos or take the dog to the beach and whatnot. People underestimate what chemo actually does to your body. And for most of the time while I was on the chemo, I was sleeping most of the days and stuff like that. Whereas the 6 months odd that I've had off chemo now, my body has had time to recover and rebuild without constantly getting beaten down by chemo to the point where I've actually put a lot more effort into the videos, a lot more time into learning how to edit and whatnot as well. That's another thing you might have noticed with these videos. So allow yourself time, build yourself up slowly, and accept that you're going to be down in the dumps sometimes and just have no energy on chemo. And the biggest thing that I wanted to share with anyone as well who's going through a chemo treatment is you need to eat. You see the people that just keep continuously losing weight and dropping down to nothing. It's very difficult when you're on chemo to eat without just vomiting straight up. And I did that quite a lot. I can vouch for that. You need to eat. You need to force yourself to eat to keep your energy up, to keep your body working when you're on all of these treatments, because all of the strength that you can keep within your body is going to help you to fight everything that you've got going on. It's okay to have a little bit of a chuck every now and then and bring your food back up, but just make sure you replenish as much energy as you can. Fruits and things like that are really handy as well. Guys, so sorry, I hope I didn't bore you with this video, but I wanted to get this out, and I wanted it to be on the 1st of December. So fingers crossed you're actually watching this on the 1st of December 2023. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed. You can do that down below. If you would like to comment, you can comment down below. I'll put a link to Chilling with Keithy in the description. You can message me, you can email me. There's a million ways. Chilling with Keithy over on Facebook is a good way to get me, because I get quite a lot of messages through the mining stuff and whatnot over there as well. You can chat here as well, guys. But if you just want to have a chat, or if you're concerned or wondering what it's all about for maybe a family member or even yourself, if you're going through some kind of treatment like a brain tumour treatment, I'm happy to talk about it. If I'm in treatment myself, which is very highly likely in the next couple of days even, and I don't get back to you, please just understand, yeah, I've got a lot going on right now, so I might not be able to get back to you straight away, but I will when I can. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate you watching these videos. I appreciate all of your support, and I hope you're all doing really well. I will hopefully get another video out for you in a week, but otherwise, take care, and I'll see you next time.